Hey guys, welcome to my channel where we're going to teach you the ins and outs and all the secrets you need to know about some of your favorite card tricks and magic tricks. So this first one, this first little series I'm doing is just the 3-card Monte. This is part 1. This is just your standard classic 3-card Monte that you would see, performed like on the streets and whatever. Normally used as like a scam, but nowadays it's more used as like a kind of like a magic entertainment, just for entertainment purposes. But yeah, I first saw this, a gentleman doing this down in Florida. He was like sitting, he had a little table set up on the streets, and he was like, "Come one, come all, see if you can keep your eye on the king." And so I was watching him. He had a gentleman in front of him. He's like, "Keep your eye on the king." Where's the king? Gentleman put $5 on the king right here, and he got it right. So I was like, "Oh, that looks kind of easy. Let me take a shot at that." So I went up and he said, "Okay, sir, keep your eye on the king." Where's the king? Let me do one more switch. Where's that king? Were you keeping your eye on it? I said, "Yeah, it's right there." I said, "Okay, you got it right. Okay, would you like to place some money on this?" I said, "Yeah, sure. $5. He said, $5. Keep your eye on the king." Where's the king? I said, "Right here. $5 on this king right here." I said, "Oh, you are wrong. That'll be $5. Okay. Would you like to go again? Double or nothing?" I said, "Okay, yeah, $10. I've already lost 5. Let's try to win some of that back." So he said, "Okay." He's like, "We'll take that king, put it right over here." "Okay, where are you putting your money?" I said, "Over here. I saw you put the king right over here. $10 on the king right here." He said, "Oh, you, my sir, just lost some money." He said, "Would you like to have one more go? One last go?" I said, "Yes, yeah." And I was like, "Here, let me take a look at those cards." And while he was distracted with someone else, I just bent that corner up so I can keep an eye on that king. And he came back to the table. He said, "Okay, keep your eye on the king. I'm sure you can't do it." And I was keeping my eye on that bent corner. And so I put $20 right there. All the money I had in my wallet. $20 on the king right there with the bent corner because I was keeping an eye on it. He said, "Right there?" He's like, "Oh, you, sir, have just lost again. And that's why you never play this gambling game. You can never win." Okay, so fun little gambling demonstration, just a magic demonstration you can do. So the first thing is going to be the cards. What kind of cards do you use? And honestly, it's really up to you. You can use any cards you want. You can do this with just one deck of cards. In that case, you would use, say, like a 9 of hearts as one of them, and the 9 of diamonds, and then another card. To some wise, people that you're doing this to, they will catch on and notice that it's a heart and a diamond. But usually you're doing this kind of quick, and you never really bring on the fact that these are 9 of diamonds. You just keep your eye on the king. These are the other cards. So I find actually that one of the best decks to get if you're wanting to really do this would be like a pinochle deck. Pinochle decks are just 9 through ace, so it's 9, 10, jack, queen, king, ace, and there's 2 of every one of those cards. So you could easily get it, a set like that. I think one of the prettiest ways of doing it is having ace, ace, and then a queen of hearts. So much, difference there that you can really tell which is the money card. I think that's a really cool way of doing it. But for demonstration purposes, we're just going to use two nine of diamonds, and then the jack of spades. Doesn't really matter. I would suggest having your money card a different color than your other two cards. The absolute best way of doing this trick is with B back playing cards. So these are bicycle back. Definitely doable. You saw in that routine I did. You can definitely do it with bicycle cards. But the absolute best way is with B cards. They have no border around them, so it does hide some of the moves a little better. And of course, I think this is actually the very best setup, is having two jokers and then Queen of Hearts. Keep your eye on the Queen kind of moves. But this, you do have to buy 2 decks of Bs, and they can be kind of expensive. So I think the best economical way is getting a pinochle deck of bicycle cards. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. This is what we're going to kind of demonstrate with just the bicycle back. You want to prepare the cards. So for easy pickup, and that's really all it's for, bending the cards is what you want to do. So just kind of hold them like that and just bend them so they're like a little tent. About like that is right. About like that. Just so you can pick it up. Again, all that does is really just help you pick them up a lot easier and just control them. And then also what you want to do for that little ending bit with the bent corner is bend all of these corners. Or sorry, just the all the cards corners in this little group. The top right corner and the bottom left corner. And you want to bend those. You might want to do it one at a time. You want to have a little crease in it. So it's fine if it's noticeable. It's just a part of the effect. Okay, so you have your cards just like this. Now, the absolute most important part is the pickup. So the pickup, and you want to do it the same with both your left and right hand. You really only have to learn to do the throw with your right hand, or with your dominant hand, because you're only going to be picking it up, with the one card or with the one hand and doing the throw. But the pickup, you want to pick up between your middle finger and your thumb, pretty much right at the peak of that little, just like that. And do that with both of them. And now the pickup of the center card, that's where I've seen YouTubers galore get this wrong and do it wrong. You don't want to just pick it up with your ring finger like that. That's the worst possible way you can do it. You want to pick it up the same way, just leaving a little gap, but you want this left edge, that's the most important, left edge to be touching. That hides a lot of stuff. So you can do, your flashes where you're showing the card and then doing the move and flashing it again. So it makes all your other moves easier if you do it this way, and it look a lot better. So you pick it up at the edge, and you have your ring finger resting on that corner. And so what you start off the routine kind of doing it normal, like as it actually looks. You're dropping that bottom card. And so all you do there is just kind of, you're mostly releasing there, and you just kind of drop it, and then do a little switch. And it's right there, where they thought it was. Then for the actual move, and this is the main move in the whole routine, is you have it like this, middle thumb right there, pick it up like that, and as you're about to do the move is when you actually separate. That's when you separate. And then you're going to be dropping the top card this time. They think you're still dropping the bottom card because it looks that way, but so you separate like that, and then you're doing that same throw, but drop down. So it's like throw down, and then put your middle finger right back. So it kind of covers that up. So again, you're picking up here. You want to do the move, make them think you're putting the jack over here, and then they think it's right there, and it's not, because you did the move. One more time, just so it's really embedded. Pick up there, just like that. That's done at fast motion. That's the move. So you're going to be doing that, and then to do the double flash that I did in the routine. So you're going to say, okay, don't keep your eye on, we'll keep this one separate, the money card. So we'll throw it right over there, and then flash the 9, 9, and they think it's right over here because you just showed you 2 9s, but it's actually right there. And how we did that is I always start with the money card in the middle. That's just the best way to do it. Pick it up, you're going to be doing your move, so you're dropping really a 9 over there, drop your 9 here, and you actually have your jack here. So to show this and this as a 9, you do our pickup again, and that's why you really want to keep that edge there. Show it, and then do our move again. Instead of dropping that 9, you're going to drop the jack, and then show that again. Beautiful move. Learn that one, get that one down pat. And then for kind of the final step, you can do it a number of ways. In the routine I showed you at the beginning, I kind of did it in the story, so I bent the money card myself. But you could also pretend like it never even happened, or like you weren't meaning to do it. And you'll be like, okay, so don't keep your eye on this or this card. And as you're kind of bending that card, and hopefully, if you're performing this for a few people, someone is going to notice that, and even if they say it out loud, just be like, oh no, the cards are fine. But what you do here, so that one's obviously bent. We now need to get one of these bent, and that's why we really need a memory in these. So as you're picking this up, you're kind of covering it a little bit. You get your pinky. Let me see if I can show this. So this is underneath. You get your pinky and you kind of just bend it, just like that. Do the same kind of bend, and you do that as you're picking up. So you show them that, and you say, oh no, that's fine, just like that. And you pick this up, you do your move, drop that, and then as you're coming back, you're dropping that, here's the bottom move again. It's bent, and then you just bend it back with the pinky. And then you can mix it up as many times as you want, because they think it's the bent corner one, and it's actually the 9. So here, let me show that to you again. So you have the bent corner. Whoops, wrong one. There it is. I lost track of it. The jack, bend it. Doesn't have to be too much, just enough. As you pick up, bend it back with the pinky. Pick it up, do the move, straighten. I did it all just like that. It's easy. Don't make too much of a big deal out of it. Don't take time to do it. Just kind of do it as you're flowing through, and they're gonna put their money on the bent corner, and it's a 9. So that's the whole routine, guys. There's some other cool moves too here. I'll show you one here. Say you're actually doing this as an actual, just kind of like with the audience, like seeing if they can keep track of it. You're kind of doing this, boom, boom. Maybe they saw it in the middle. They're like, oh, I think it's in the middle. And you're like, oh crap, it is in the middle, because you have to keep track a little bit too. And so this is it. You want to show that they're wrong though. You don't want to show them that the jack's there. So you're like, oh, you're betting it's right there, just like that. And all you do there is, as you're picking up, they think you're just doing that. But what you're actually doing is picking it up the same way that we have been doing this whole time. Ring finger there, but you really want to hold on to it with your ring finger. So can you see that? As you're turning over, you're just going to release that jack. And this might be one of the hardest moves you can learn, and learn it good and say, oh no, sorry, that was that. The jack's actually right here. So again, pick it up the same way and just turn it over. Picking it up, holding on tight with the ring there. As you turn it over, you're just releasing with the middle finger. Boom, releasing the 9, showing that card. There's some cool stuff you can do with it. Like I said, this is just the part 1 of my series. I'll be doing, heck, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 different montes that you can do. Some will be 3 cards, some will be 4 card. This is just our first stop on our hopefully long journey that we have. Learning some really good magic tricks. Yeah, please subscribe, guys, if you like this. I'll be trying to post a video about every weekly, so subscribe. That'll notify you when I have a new one. And we'll learn maybe like the ultimate 3-card Monte next, which is more of a gimmicked card way, and I can go over everything you need to know for that one as well. Yeah, thanks, guys. See you on the next one.